Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome you to the launch event of the next big thing in GCMS. We are thrilled to have you with us today as we unveil the groundbreaking technology that will revolutionize analytical testing. Joining us to kick off this momentous occasion is none other than Chris Warren, the president of LECO Corporation.
Hello and welcome, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you with us today as we embark on our exciting journey into the future of analytical testing. For over 4 decades, LECO has been at the forefront of innovation in mass spectrometry by pioneering groundbreaking solutions that have revolutionized the industry. Today, we stand on the threshold of a new era as we unveil the evolution of the Pegasus series with our latest breakthrough, the Pegasus BTX. This remarkable instrument represents the culmination of years of research, development, and collaboration with experts around the globe. I am confident this product will empower scientists and researchers worldwide to push the boundaries of discovery. Thank you for joining us today as we introduce the world to the astounding capabilities of the all-new BTX.
Thank you, Chris. Now let's delve into the heart of today's event, the new technology behind the Pegasus BTX. Join us for an overview with John Hayes, the Separation Science Product Manager at LECO Corporation.
Thanks, Christine. LECO is thrilled to introduce the BTX to our suite of GC, GCMS, and GC by GC products. For the past 8 years, the BT series has been a workhorse in labs performing unbiased, non-targeted analyses and tackling difficult matrices. Petroleum, life science, environmental, pharmaceutical, and food safety labs, to name a few, have gained deeper insights into the complex chemistries of their samples thanks to the innovative BT. BT stands for benchtop, and the BTX is the latest iteration of our popular compact top series. At only 35 centimeters wide, the BTX small footprint belies its impressive capabilities in the laboratory. As users have come to expect from LECO mass specs, the BTX delivers true full spectrum acquisition. Mass fragments from 10 to 1500 m/z can be acquired in each mass spectra. Thanks to the absence of slow scanning mass analyzers like quadrupoles, users can select acquisition rates from 1 to 500 Hz to optimize for a variety of chromatographic conditions. Most critically, the BTX delivers exceptional sensitivity. Instrument detection limits below 4 femtograms on column can illuminate a myriad of trace-level analytes that have previously eluded even the most advanced GCMS systems. 5 orders of linear dynamic range allow the BTX to identify and quantify analytes from trace level to major constituents. The BTX delivers key usability features for the modern laboratory beyond the exciting specifications. The BTX is readily hydrogen carrier gas compatible, delivering the same sensitivity performance with either helium or hydrogen carrier gas. Excellent mass accuracy, spectral resolution, and stability maximize confidence in identifications and quantitation over large sample sets. LECO's MS designs have always been engineered for maximum reliability. Like previous models, the BTX is anchored by the Stay Clean ionization source, which resists fouling from even the dirtiest matrices. Ion source cleaning is eliminated with this incredibly resistant design. New to the BTX is a novel detector design to equal the incredible toughness of the Stay Clean source. To demonstrate our confidence in the BTX ion path integrity, LECO is backing this new detector with a full 2-year warranty after instrument installation.
That truly sounds amazing, John. Now joining John is Slava Artayev, our esteemed Technical Director of Separation Science. He has been instrumental in shaping the landscape of gas chromatography mass spectrometry. He's a true pioneer in the field of analytical instrumentation, as Slava's contributions have been nothing short of groundbreaking. In 1995, he presented his joint innovation for the first fast GCMS based on time-of-flight technology at PitCon. Remarkably, just 1 year later, the world's first commercial GC-TOF-MS, the Pegasus, was introduced to the market by LECO with Slava's leadership.
Tell me more about this Stay Clean ion source. How is it that you can have a GCMS ion source that doesn't require cleaning to maintain performance?
Yes, the time-of-flight mass spectrometer in general works with the pulsed ion packets. In order to form those ion packets, there's different approaches, but most direct and most efficient approach is to use direct extraction ion source. That means that ions formed in the same space when those ion packets formed when they introduced into mass analyzer. So that's a very efficient way to generate ions, and it's open source by definition, which means that there's a minimum interaction of ions and analyte molecules with surfaces on an ion source. So that helps to maintain integrity of mass spectra, so-called classical mass spectra. We can obtain in our time-of-flight mass spectrometers, and also allows to push ions with very high energy from this space, which means that any contamination which still will happen in ion source, there is no miracle here, that surfaces will be contaminated from sample, from column bleed, from leaks. So those contaminations on the surfaces will have minimum effect on the trajectory of ions and thus on integrity of the signal, integrity of the data.
Wow. So it's almost like a knock-on benefit to designing and utilizing a direct extraction style source.
Yes, that type of sources have a lot of benefits to be implemented in such like compact and high throughput, high sensitivity, high performance systems.
The last thing I want to talk about is what you got right there. This new detector for the BTX. You know, we talk a lot about what this is going to mean for labs. Can you tell us some of the physics and the science behind how this is possible?
Yes, of course, with when the systems becomes much more sensitive than they used to be, there's also brings high demand on lifetime of the detectors, because all those ions we generate an ion source, and now we generate a lot of more ions than used to be 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So those ions will strike the detector surface, and of course might cause some degradation of surfaces and shorten lifetime of the typical detector. This is why also we partnered with one of our industrial collaborators to look into the different approach to detecting ions in time-of-flight mass spectrometer. And as a result, this is a detector which is installed in our BTX. So it's hybrid style detector. It's combination of detecting like ions will strike the conversion dynode, and during this strike, secondary electrons will be created, and they will be turned around in a magnetic field. So, and electrons then will strike the scintillator, very fast scintillator, which is also was quite significant technological advance which our partners provided to us. So, and then those electrons, while striking scintillator, will create photons, and photons will be detected by photomultiplier. So, combination of those parts gives us very robust detector, which is what we were looking for.
That's pretty science fiction, going from ions to electrons to light, back to electrons to signal.
Yeah, life is not simple with time-of-flight mass spectrometry in particular. So, and this is how what it takes to achieve those great performance, reliability, robustness, and also time resolution, time performance, which required for time-of-flights.
Fantastic.
Thank you, John and Slava, for that insightful overview of the technology behind our new Pegasus BTX. Now, let's dive into how this innovation addresses common challenges in analytical testing and its impact on our key markets. I'm Christine Loeb-Stubbins, the European Field Product Manager, and I'll be walking you through this segment. Let's see what this new product means for our key markets. The Pegasus BTX enables precise analysis of volatile compounds in aroma, flavor, and fragrance samples, allowing for quality control and product development in several different types of industries. This is not limited to essential oil analysis for quality control and characterization, differentiation and adulteration of alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, food and ingredient analysis, as well as perfume reformulation. In the food safety market, with its high sensitivity to full spectrum acquisition capabilities, the Pegasus BTX ensures accurate detection and quantification of contaminants such as moshmoa, pesticides, and adulterants in food products, ensuring compliance with safety regulations and protecting consumer health. Environmental testing laboratories can rely on the Pegasus BTX for comprehensive analysis of pollutants such as microplastics, toxins, and environmental contaminants in air, water, soil, and other matrices, supporting environmental monitoring and regulatory compliance efforts. Pharmaceutical laboratories can utilize the Pegasus BTX for drug discovery, formulation analysis, quality control, and looking at impurities in degradation products such as extractable and leachables, ensuring product efficacy and safety. In the petrochemical market, the Pegasus BTX, paired with our GC by GC and newly launched paradigm shift upgrades for flow modulation and split, offers unparalleled sensitivity and resolution for the analysis for all petroleum products such as aviation fuels, heavy fuel oils, light fuels, and even biofuels, enabling precise characterization of hydrocarbons across the board. Researchers in metabolomics can leverage the Pegasus BTX to explore complex metabolic pathways, identify biomarkers, and study disease mechanisms, facilitating advancements in personalized medicine and drug discovery. This also includes food omics and breath omics analysis. In conclusion, the Pegasus BTX represents a significant advancement in analytical testing, addressing the diverse needs of our target markets with its innovative features and capabilities. From improving efficiency and accuracy in food safety and environmental testing, to driving advancements in metabolomics and pharmaceutical research, the Pegasus BTX delivers unparalleled performance and value. With its longer detector lifetime, smaller footprint, enhanced sensitivity, and comprehensive analysis capabilities, the Pegasus BTX is poised to revolutionize the analytical testing across industries worldwide. But you don't have to believe me, just listen to what our customers have to say.
I think that stay clean source. We never had to open the instrument or clean the source or even change the filament. So that is for sure helpful. I have predominantly undergraduate students, so that is very helpful that it's easy to use, and of course the sensitivity and the tough MS part at all is very helpful, because we also have a single quadrupole and you're really not achieving such powerful results there.
See, so how often have you cleaned your BT ion source now?
Zero.
Zero, never.
Zero, never. Yes, and we have a GC tough MS and GC tough MS. So we have two of your tough MSs, but never had to clean them yet.
I don't think I've ever looked at the ion source in the BT other than changing the filaments. Seems to be working just fine for us.
The sensitivity is tremendous, and I understand that the new instrument is even more sensitive. So that's going to help us with not having to dilute as much, or other things such as concentration. If it's not sensitive enough, we need to concentrate it. This can be done through solid phase extraction, SPEME, but it takes time. and being able to dilute down and know that you're going to see the stuff is a time saver for sample preparation.
Right before I came here, because we ran the samples yesterday, I compared the fingerprint samples. For the fingerprint samples, we find 5.5 times more compounds than using our BT2. And so that's pretty interesting because I think that whatever you quote, that the sensitivity is 5 times more. So it was actually funny to see that number. And then for the soil samples, we're gonna look into them in a little bit, but again, way more compounds, and the intensity of some of these is also like larger than whatever we found using our instruments.
So it's very pleasing to have chromatography that you recognize and software that you recognize. So all we're doing is a direct comparison between performance of one part of the system. So we have data from our BT and we're comparing that with the BTX, already seeing increased sensitivity, interestingly, increased molecular ion information, so abundance of molecular ions in the EI mass spectra of my alkanes, which makes determining the molecular weight easier.
So I noticed that the signal is really good, going down to very low levels of concentration of one of our analytes. Like we went down to 5 ppb, but I'm comfortable in saying that this could be a limit of quantification. As for the limit of detection, it'll go below that. So I feel we haven't run, but I feel like even 2 ppb could be seen in that particular case. A view from the top, the contour plot, just observing the contour plot, very happy with what we saw, very happy. I mean, nice, well-defined peaks, and a very good separation for 2, even 3 or 4 peaks that could have co-eluted if analyzed only in one dimension. That's very clear. That is very clear, very well separated along the second dimension.
We started seeing K2 and Spice, and Lico paired up with me on making some presentations on that for PitCon, and we were able to demonstrate the power of the instrument for some of these new things that nobody had seen before. As soon as they would schedule one of the iterations of that, then a new iteration would show up that was supposedly legal, not falling under the current laws. So we saw some novel stuff during those times.
Yeah, so we have our typical list of analytes that we look at that we find in a lot of different samples. We use different instruments for that. For the BT, we want to look for non-target stuff that's possibly never been found before. And also things that are unique to these urban samples that would be different from what you would find in, say, a forest that burned, and you're looking at the ash samples there.
And after preliminary results, I can say that the instrument is able to fulfill the EU requirements, simply injecting an extra between oil diluted for PAH and phthalates analysis. I think that this is very interesting and very useful, because it is possible to do not only a targeted analysis using the Doppler mesh, but also an untargeted analysis. So it is possible to do some qualitative results, so some results regarding food control, food safety, food testing, simplifying all the steps.
Next, we have valuable insights to share regarding our service offerings for the new systems. Joining us for the segment is Alex Leva, who will provide updates on our customer training facilities and service offerings for the new Pegasus BTX systems.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Alex Leva, a field service engineer representing Lico. And today, I'm excited to discuss our unwavering commitment to delivering top-notch service and support to our customers worldwide. At Lico, we recognize that acquiring an instrument just marks the beginning of your journey, and we're dedicated to standing by you every step of the way. A prime example of this dedication is our comprehensive training programs. we offer on-site training at our headquarters here in St. Joseph, Michigan, as well as in Berlin, Germany, and Tokyo, Japan. These sessions provide hands-on experience in our cutting-edge facilities and cover a range of instrument-specific topics to help you optimize your performance. For those, if you're unable to attend in person, we do provide virtual training sessions led by our seasoned team via web conferencing. These live interactive courses can be tailored to suit your schedule and replicate the content of our on-site training. Furthermore, we understand that learning is continuous, which is why we offer on-demand LECO Learn training videos. These videos grant 24/7 access, empowering you to learn at your own pace at any time, anywhere. But our commitment does not stop there. Should you encounter any instrument issues, our team of highly skilled specialists is on standby to assist. Whether it's preventative maintenance, instrument relocation, or repairs, we have got you covered. To showcase our confidence with the new Pegasus BTX technology, we proudly offer a 2-year factory warranty on the detector with every BTX purchase. This warranty provides peace of mind, assuring you that your instrument is well safeguarded. At LECO, we're not just about selling instruments. We're about fostering relationships and delivering solutions that will enable our customers to thrive. And I thank you for choosing LECO. And we eagerly anticipate being your analytical testing partner.
Thank you, Alex, for that insightful update on our commitment to best-in-class service. Now let's witness the Pegasus BTX in action with a live demonstration of the system. Joining us from our European Applications and Technology Centre in Berlin is Sebastiano Panto, the Head of Applications for Separation Science in Europe, who will be demonstrating the measurement of a sample on the Pegasus BTX.
Welcome to the live demonstration of the new Pegasus BTX. Today, I'm excited to walk you through the key steps of the analysis of a chili pepper sample. We'll perform a non-target screening for trace contaminants, including pesticides, that might be difficult to identify and quantify with traditional and conventional GCMS or MSMS technologies. Eventually, we will prove how the BTX can overcome those issues, helping to get exceptional results. As said before, today we will be analyzing a chili pepper extract. The determination of trace-level pesticides and contaminants in this type of sample is crucial to protect consumer health, ensure legal limits, but also minimize environmental impact and maintaining the quality standards, and finally facilitating the international trade. This is the sample I'm referring to, and as you can see from the color, it's pretty yellowish. There was no cleanup steps applied, so most of the matrix is still within this sample. Let's start the analysis process. The nice thing here is that you can just use one software, Chromatoph, to control the autosampler method, the GC method, and the time of flight method as well. So we added a new sample to our queue. That's a chili pepper crude. That's the vial number on the rack. Autosampler method, we will inject 2 microliter, and that's our GC method and the time of flight methodology over here. Here you can notice that when I click on each of those methods, I can see live the respective GC or MS method and condition that have been used in terms of mass range or acquisition rate or column setup for the GC method. So at this point, we are ready to start our analysis, and we just need to play start, play, and it will go. We have control over the different part of the hardware, so we will see what's the current status and whether the system is ready or not to start the measurement. Now the ion source is preparing for injection. GC is ready. And now the autosampler started to the wash cycle with solvents. Meanwhile, we can turn our screen to the chromatogram view and the spectra view that will display the data in real light. And here, as you can see, the live acquisition of our sample, and we can easily see the mass spectra changing live. And if I zoom in a selected part of the chromatogram, you will see the GC-GC modulation taking place with very, very narrow peaks appearing all the time, less than 100 milliseconds at the base. Let's delve now into the results and discussion. So that's our crude chili pepper sample analyzed by GC using GC technology. You see how rich is the sample, and many of these reddish peaks are belonging to the matrix. If we zoom in on a couple of them, in this case, you see some very specific and peculiar components from belonging to the chili peppers, like capsaicin and dihydrocapsaicin. And you see the library match for both of them is pretty good. And though, what about the presence of pesticides in this area of heavy interferences? I selected a case in here to show to you there is a pesticide called Mirex, which is eluding straight across the two interferences. But as soon as we go and typing the selective M/Z for that specific component, we will see the presence of only one peak. That's our Mirex, and that's the mass spectrum, the deconvoluted mass spectrum by Chromatov, and the library from the NIST MS search results. Another case we can see very quickly if we go on the total ion chromatogram. That's another case, two peaks, most probably one belonging to the matrix octa-decanamide, and at the same retention time in the first dimension, we have a second peak which is barely visible on the GC-GC contour plot, and the same if we go on the three-dimensional contour plot. Maybe we see just some small spot in here, but it's like into the interferences. But as soon as we click on this peak marker, we see that another pesticide has been identified called diclofop-methyl. Even in this case, that's the deconvoluted mass spectrum, and that's the library spectrum from the NIST library. Good matching score, and typing a selected mass for such component. We see how the selectivity of such a method, how it's able to pull our peak out of the matrix, giving a perfect peak shape and identification confidence in what we do. But that's not only this about it. So we just have seen two examples from pesticides. What about other type of contaminants, as I was mentioning at the beginning of this presentation? I spot two PAH component in this area of the chromatogram over here. And if we go there, they are even barely visible on a total ion chromatogram. So it will be very difficult to pick them unless you have a powerful non-target screening approach and using Likos deconvolution. Indeed, if we click on the peak markers, we have the fluorantine. And if we look at the mass spectrum, it's pretty much the same as the one into the library. And as soon as we type in, as usual, our selective M/Z fragment, this peak will pop up and we see a clear peak, and that's the presence of a PAH on our chili pepper sample. Same thing for the pyrene that is eluting over here. There is some interferences on the spectrum, but still the identification is pretty good. And we have a cluster dilution, which is a synonym of the presence of this component and the confirmation of its identity. And with this, I think I showed some basic advantages of GC by GC in combination with time of flight mass spectrometry for the determination of pesticides and other type of contaminants in a chili pepper crude extract. If you want to see results like this, we at LICO encourage you to bring your samples and schedule a demo on one of our demo labs around the world. We will be more than happy to show you the best results possible. Thank you.
Finally, I'll hand it over to Nick for an overview of the exciting new applications enabled by the Pegasus BTX. Nick, go ahead.
Hello everybody, my name is Nick Jones. I'm the Global Application Director at LECO for Separation Science, and I'm really happy today to be able to tell you about some key applications where the BTX excels. So the BTX is ideal to enhance analysis across all the major application fields. So in this presentation, I'm going to provide a short overview and just cover some of the key applications. If you'd like some more information, there's going to be a longer, more detailed version looking a bit more in depth at these applications, which will be available on our website immediately after this webinar. Let's have a look at an example in the aroma, flavor and fragrance area. And here the BTX is providing a really good workflow to characterize and compare herbs, in this case thyme, that are obtained from different geographical origins. It's a full workflow solution with automated SPME sample introduction, in this case using the Pegasus BTX in 1D, and also using Chromatoph Sync software. So non-target screening ability and works really well due to the high data quality generated by the BTX, multiple data points, unskewed mass spectra and so on, as you know, and the deconvolution works really well because of the high data quality and isolates trace level components, which is enhanced nowadays now with the extra sensitivity of the new product, but also isolating trace level components from large important aroma species and from interferences as well. And with the software, multiple data sets or samples can be compared and analyzed together and then visualized really, really nicely. Now, let's take a look in the petrochemical and energy sector and an example of characterization of aviation fuels. So, synthetic, or sometimes referred to as sustainable aviation fuels, and comparing those to traditional fuel types. And this is complex analysis, but the solution using the BTX with thermal modulation allows great separation, and it allows adherence to regulatory requirements, ASTM norms, etc. So as I said, the GC time and GC separation is really important here, and isolation of different classes from each other and from background, resolving coevolutions and generating really good quality mass spectra. So deconvolution also helps both together really improve identification confidence. And this is a great workflow solution with excellent software tools as well. Moving on to environmental analysis, and a hot topic, of course, is PFAS. And many laboratories are trying to expand their knowledge. So here is an example of using the Pegasus BTX in combination with another powerful LECO product, the Pegasus HRT high resolution instrument with its multi-mode ion source, to provide simultaneous target and non-target screening with very high quality mass spectral data and then powerful identification. So let's take a brief look at some other application areas you might be interested in. BTX is brilliant with high quality data and deconvolution. So molasses aromas, complex sample is one, really highlights the benefits of deconvolution here. And also separation detection of low level species. This is BTX 4D, so GC by GC separation power with great sensitivity. Reveal important aroma notes that you might otherwise have missed. And again, in petrochemical and energy, pyrolysis gasolines, this is also a growing area. So again, GC by GC, enhancing the separation here. So we've got the structured chemical classes and really powerful non-target characterization, and particularly in these samples, heteroatom species, and understanding those is really important. So we're able to obtain really good separation, great quality mass spectra, and then we can have higher confidence in identification. Another example in the environmental analysis sector, an important application So in water disinfection, using chlorination is really important, but what if an environmental factor then interferes with your drinking water and reactions occur? So, for example, wildfires and the ash that comes from them, perhaps reactions occur, and then disinfection byproducts could be formed, and we need to understand those, but of course we have to detect them. So the BTX, great non-target screening, highly sensitive analysis, great quality mass spectral data, allows deconvolution to work, isolate, hopefully trace DBPs, which we can then investigate. Pegasus BT is really effective in food safety. So non-target and target analysis simultaneously of pesticides and other residues, especially in complex samples. Stay clean iron source is vital here, running multiple matrix heavy samples, GC times GC separation power, together with deconvolution, as well as the high sensitivity, allows low level species to be detected and separated from interferences. So we get a very, very, very good, robust, and highly sensitive analysis. And we generate cleaner mass spectra. So here you can see one deconvolution resolved, clean mass spectra, great library matches. Then we can isolate the masses, we can extract them, and we can use those for quantification with great linearity as well. Just finally, let's not forget some really leading applications on the Pegasus BT, because these are translated seamlessly to the new BTX. So in food safety, leading solution, the solution for MOSH MOA, mineral oil analysis. BTX 4D will provide excellent enhanced separation and detection capability with thermally modulated GC times GC. This is the only solution to isolate interferences and to confirm MOSH and MOA results accurately. Metabolomics is an area where Pegasus BT has excelled and will be further enhanced now with the BTX, the analysis or semi-target screening of volatiles and semi-volatiles. So complete workflow solutions in 1D and 2D, where we can combine non-target analysis, where we have the excellent data. We can combine non-target screening and target screening to the excellent wide dynamic range, excellent sensitivity, linearity, great mass spectral data. And whether you're looking at biological or plant metabolites, whatever your sample, this is the perfect instrument for volatiles and semi-volatiles. Let's not forget as well hydrogen carrier gas. So the BT and the BTX now is industry leading in terms of GCMS performance for the use of hydrogen carrier gas. So method transfer from helium to hydrogen is effortless, increasing speed and throughput significantly. You can reduce costs and improve 1D and 2D workflows. And we're maintaining mass spectral performance between helium and hydrogen. Great sensitivity, dynamic range and precision is maintained, as is, very importantly, EI fragmentation and library matching. And also not just in 1D and 2D, as I mentioned. So we can translate methods and obtain great performance as we shift from helium to hydrogen carrier gas. Thank you very much for taking the time to hear about the applications and the BTX. And we'd love to hear from you. We'd like to find out about your applications and your samples. What are your challenges? How would you like to improve your workflow? And how LICO might be able to create a solution that helps you do just that. So please get in touch with your LICO sales representative. We'd really like to hear from you. Thank you.
Now, as we are at the end of our webcast, I'd like to highlight some additional resources available to our customers. These application notes offer valuable insights and guidance on how to maximize capabilities of our products in various applications. In addition, I'm excited to announce that we offer resources and support in all of our global facilities, whether you're in China, South Africa, Brazil, UK, Germany, Japan, the US, or any other location, our team is here to assist you. If you're interested in learning more about our products or would like to request a demo of our new Pegasus BTX, you can visit our website or reach out to our sales team directly. We're committed to providing the information and the support you need to succeed in all of your analytical testing endeavors.